Hello everybody, and welcome back to a Thinking Pack episode. What would this be? This would be 13, I think? Hopefully I got that right. And anyways, so welcome back to a Thinking Pack episode 13. So basically, if you are new here, a Thinking Pack is basically, it's a custom mod pack that I put together with a bunch or a few, I guess, of my favorite mods from, for modding Minecraft. And it's just basically, it's a mod pack with a few of my favorite mods with a lot of tech stuff involved and a lot of different things. And basically what we were doing with this mod pack is we're trying to take, with as few mods as possible, take basically everything in Minecraft and make it automatable. So that's basically what we're trying to do with this particular mod pack. So that, if you're new here, that's sort of a basic overview. And then there's certain rules that we're doing, like, for instance, the plan is to never go to the Nether in this series, and also never make any potions or anything like that throughout the series. We're going to try to do everything sort of the way, we're going to try to find different unusual ways to do things, and that should be pretty good. So yeah, so on our quest to automate basically everything, we are currently, as you can see behind me, if you're aware of what this thing is, that is a turtle from the ComputerCraft mod, and we are currently programming this turtle to be able to take lava fuel from down here underground up to our quarry that we have upstairs for automatic mining, and have this turtle automatically take the fuel for it. And so we're currently in the process of writing a program for it to do that, and it is going along quite well, and yeah, everything's going good. Now, one note I just have to say before we get started: if anything sounds a little weird, that's because my setup's a little weird. Weirder than it usually is. But basically, I had problems in a previous episode with my computer getting overloaded when I tried recording. And basically I found out it was because my computer was overheating, because my room was so hot that I was recording in, because it's the summer, and I don't have an air conditioner up here. So yeah, so I have basically, as I explained in another previous episode, I have basically two possible options to fix that. One is to record in the basement, which is completely impractical, and I have no access to the internet. And the other is I can set up a fan blowing at my computer, and that actually seems to keep the heat down really, really well. But then the noise from the fan will come in the recording. So that's what I'm doing this time, basically, and I've tried doing some insulation and whatever to try to block out the noise, but if you hear anything, that is what's going on. It's just I have a fan running that I don't usually have running. And I actually, just for interest's sake, if anybody's interested, I'm using actually an extension cable with a USB hub and everything to extend my keyboard and mouse far back from my laptop across to the other side of my room, so that I can be on the other side of my room and I don't have to be so close to the fan. Anyways, yeah, so that's enough of that. So basically, if you hear anything odd, that's what's going on. I'm just trying different setups. So basically, yeah, here is the turtle that basically, it's a programmable robot in Minecraft from the ComputerCraft mod, which, by the way, there's a link in the description to those mods, all the mods that I have, if you want to check them out. But anyways, so here we've got the directory, the file that we're programming right now. We called it Lava Elevator. So if I edit Lava Elevator, press tab to autocomplete. So here's what we have so far. So we have a go to lava function, which will take it from the quarry upstairs down, up on the surface, I guess you could say. Excuse me. Take it from the quarry up on the surface down to this chest down here to pick up the lava buckets. And I think the lava buckets are currently not in the chest. They're currently in the turtle. All right. I should have probably looked before I did that. Anyways, and we have another function down here. And by the way, if you're new to functions, I did explain all about functions in a previous video, which I don't actually remember which one that was, just off the top of my head. But I will put a link up in the top right of the video up here. You can click that link, assuming I remember to put it there. But you can click that link in order to get to that video if you want to learn more about all the functions and whatever else we're talking about here. Anyways, so we have a function go to surface. So basically, after it collects the lava buckets, then it will run this function which tells it how to get to the surface, back up to the quarry. Now we have another function, pick up lava buckets, and that basically will take the lava buckets out of this chest, which is why they're actually in the turtle right now, because we just finished running that function. But it will take the lava buckets out of this chest and load up the turtle with them. And that's basically where we're at right now. So what we have left to make, we need, after it gets up to the surface, we need a function to be able to get the lava buckets out of the turtle into the chest up on the surface, and then we can deal with them from there. And that's basically the extent of what we need to do with this. A few other odds and ends here and there, but the one thing that we need is, as you can see here, we have 6 lava buckets right here. Now, the way this program is set up, the way that I've programmed this, it is set up so that the turtle doesn't leave until it gets a full inventory of buckets, which is 16 buckets. And as you know, we do not have 16 buckets. We only have 6. We need 10 more. And that means that we require 30 iron, because 3 iron per bucket. And we do not have 30 iron. I don't even think we have any iron. I'm not really sure how much we have. I think we don't have any, but it's not even worth really checking to see how much we have, because I know we don't have enough. So what we need to do is we need to head around and try to find some iron. Now, iron, we might as well dig down here, because iron spawns at this level as well as diamonds spawn at this level too, so that means we might as well make use of that to find out if we have any diamonds around. Whoops, and I'm falling down. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically spend this episode just trying to mine, trying to find diamonds. And there's a button here. This is the button. So this button, there we go. This shows us the outlines of our chunks. So I'm going to go start digging, and I'm going to explain again basically what that is, because I have explained it before. But basically, chunks, the Minecraft world, in case you don't know, the Minecraft world is basically, it's essentially infinite. It was designed to be infinite, basically, but there, I think after like 30 million blocks or so, then it starts getting a little bit messed up. And there used to actually be something very interesting called the Farlands, where it was basically, you go out to the point where all of a sudden well, not all of a sudden, but you get out to the point where the Minecraft world generation, automatic generation, all of a sudden, like, not all of a sudden, I already answered that, but it can't handle the numbers and everything that well. That used to be at 12 million blocks-ish, approximately. And so it would, like, the terrain would get all crazy, and it would just look, it would actually be quite interesting. And that's what it used to be, and that was at 12 million blocks, that just the calculations couldn't handle, I guess, the calculations couldn't handle the numbers that big anymore. So since then, that has been actually changed, so that now it has been very much, like, fixed, I guess. So now I've explored actually out there just briefly once in the past, but what I remember is that now it goes out to 30 million blocks rather than just the 12 million that it would make it out to before things start going really crazy. So you can go almost 3 times as far, actually. That's quite interesting. But you can go almost 3 times as far. You can go out to 13 million blocks now. Not 13, 30. 30 million blocks. And actually we found iron. And I may have passed some iron already. I don't know. I started looking for diamonds out of habit and ignoring the iron. So I'm going to actually just go check through the tunnel that we just looked through to see if there is any iron left over that we missed. That's 4 iron already, though. That's pretty good. But, yeah, so you go out to 30 million blocks, and then rather than the terrain getting a little bit crazy or strange or whatever, I vaguely remember. I think it might do a little bit of that. Oh, there is some iron. I think the terrain might do a little bit of going strange. I'm not sure. But basically, it does an interesting thing where all of a sudden the blocks will become transparent. Like, not transparent to look at, but transparent like there's nothing there. So you look out and it looks just the same as usual. Oh, and there's more iron here. That's even better. So, like, you look out and the terrain looks just the same as usual, except that there's nothing there, so you'll fall right through it. So, yeah, that's, as closely as I can remember, that's what happens now out at 30 million blocks. What was the point of all that I was saying? That would be because... Oh, I was talking about these chunk lines. So, what some of the games did, like, I think it was Minecraft Pocket Edition used to do, and even this Minecraft PC version used to do even, like, a lot longer ago, though, but I think it used to do this too, was where it would have a limited world, so the world would have set boundaries for how big the world could be, and then when you load the game, it would basically load the entire world all at once. And if I'm pretty sure that has happened before, but if I'm mixing up different things, like it actually only happened like in such and such a version or whatever, like if I'm getting things confused, if you happen to know something about it, you can correct me on it. That would be wonderful. But anyway, so yeah, so what used to happen was that I don't need a torch there. I need a torch a few blocks farther on if I want to conserve torches. Oh, and I don't even need that. Okay. So, yeah, so what used to happen is it would load the entire world all at once. And so that's the thing. But when they tried to make the worlds infinite, basically what would happen is that the computer can't load the entire world all at once because, like, let's say 30 million blocks or so, that is a huge amount of blocks. Like, could you imagine, like, if I'm looking this way and then I turn over this way and there's like 30 million blocks loaded in that direction and then it has to like reevaluate all 30 million blocks or whatever, that would be super slow. Even if they use like techniques or whatever so that it doesn't have to reevaluate every time, it would still, like, that takes a lot of memory. If the game's gonna load like 30 million blocks all at once, then that takes a huge amount of memory because it has to take that data and store it somewhere. And that's actually quite big, even just on the hard drive, just for storing it, if you were to load the entire Minecraft world. But could you imagine, like, in the temporary memory? Like, I know this computer that I have only has 8 gigabytes of memory. It's actually quite small, but could you imagine, like, trying to load a world like that? Probably, I don't know, maybe 20 gigabytes would be probably a smallish size for it to be. I don't actually know. I've never actually done the calculations, so I could be wrong on the 20 gigabytes. But let's see, what do I have that I could make some pickaxes out of? I have stone. That would make a very slow pickaxe, but it might just do the job. So let's make some sticks. Let's, where's the stone? There's the stone. I'm actually quite far away from the computer, so it's kind of hard to see things. There's a stone pickaxe, and actually I think I'm going to make 2 of them all at once, and I think that's only 1 stick. Yeah, that's only 1 stick. Actually, if you want to try this just for fun, it's actually quite fun if you... That's sand. That's not that's not wood. If you go and like step away from the computer, like to the other side of the room or whatever, and try to see what's going on and try to, you know, that's I find it quite fun. So sometimes I actually do that just for fun. I'm gonna make 3 pickaxes and put 1 there and put another 1 there, and there we go. Yeah, so that's something you can try if you're interested. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So, the game can't load the entire world all at once because that is way more than the computer can hold in its memory at one time, in its temporary memory, the memory it uses while it's operating. So, basically what they have to do is they have to find a way so that the game doesn't have to load the entire world all the time. And I just realized I wasn't looking for iron then either, so I should probably check through the tunnels to see if there was any iron that I missed. And was that iron? No, that's copper. Any through here? No, there doesn't appear to be. What's this? That's stone. Okay, so let's head on into the next chunk, I think. What level am I at, just to confirm? I am at level 11. That is where I want to be. That's wonderful. So, yeah, so basically because the computer can't load the entire world all at once because that's just too much for most computers to handle, although there are some supercomputers that can probably handle that amount, actually, of loading all at once. But just your average ordinary computer can't handle that much, and because of that they had to find a way to make it so that they could not have to load the entire world every time you load the game. And I just realized I can't pick up that redstone ore, so that's going to be kind of in the way, but anyways. So yeah, so they needed a way in order to make it so that they couldn't load, that they didn't have to load the entire Minecraft world every time that you load the game. So the way basically that, at least the primary way, I don't know if there's other ways that I don't know about. Actually, that sentence is kind of self-confirming, isn't it? Because I don't know about other ways that I don't know about. So, anyways, but yeah. So the primary way that they have to deal with that loading the, like, not having to load the entire world at once, is they divide it into chunks. So basically this 30 million block in one direction world, so like if from spawn, we're not at spawn right now, but from like the center of the world from 0 coordinates, it'll go 30 million in one direction and it'll go 30 million in the other direction. And so basically that ends up with about 60 million across one direction and then 60 million across the other way. So that's 60 million times 60 million, which is a very, very big number. Anyway, so they divide that into areas of 16 by 16. So 16 blocks one way by 16 blocks another way. And so that, I can't actually mine that aluminum. We may have to go around because I don't have an iron pickaxe anymore, because I'm conserving my iron for when we need it for the buckets. So basically, yeah, so, oh, diamonds, and I can't pick them up because I don't have an iron pickaxe. That doesn't work very well. So actually I think let's put a furnace down and let's start making some iron pickaxes. Where's the crafting table? Alright, we need to make a furnace because I don't think we already have one. That's coal. That will be very useful, however, it's not a furnace. So let's do the furnace like that. And we got a furnace. There we go. Put the furnace down here. and stick the coal inside the furnace. And stick some iron. Where's the iron? Where's the iron? I cannot actually see the iron from here. There's the iron. Alright, so stick that in. It'll smelt a bunch of it. And then we can pick up that diamond that's there. So yeah, so they divide it into areas. Can I pick up this redstone? No, I can't pick up the redstone. So, that's the thing. So anyways, so yeah, so they divide it into 16 by 16 areas so that the game only has to load one 16 by 16 area. Well, not one of them, but it has to only load as many 16 by 16 areas that it needs. So that means 16 blocks in one direction and 16 blocks in the other direction, in case you were wondering. Oh, I lost a stone pickaxe. So yeah, so that's basically what they did in order to make it so that it didn't have to load the entire world every time. So that's the thing. And I'm gonna stick that there, stick that. Where did it go? Oh, it went over here. Okay. So yeah, if you could try this sometime, actually, just back away from the computer to like the other side of the room or something and see what you can see. Anyways, so yeah, so that's the thing. So basically what these green lines, that's what I was talking about. Hang on. Aren't there supposed to be green lines? Did I get rid of them by accident by pressing a button? Yes, I think I did. Okay. So that's basically what these green lines show. I think these are basically from the NEI mod, which is short for Not Enough Items. I think that's the mod that they're from. But basically, if you press the default is F9, I think that's the default. That's the one I have anyway. So if you press F9, then it will turn on these chunk boundaries, and then you can see different things. And this will actually play a bigger role later on. Like right now, it's useful just to try to find the iron that we're looking for, because we know that a certain amount spawns in each chunk, basically, so that's why I'm sort of mining this way. But this will be a lot more useful farther on when we get into chunk loading and different things like that. And I'm assuming we'll get into that because that's usually very important, I find. Yeah, I'm just realizing that I said that we'll be getting into that later, and then I'm like, well, I can't guarantee with 100% accuracy that we will be getting into that sometime in the future, although I am pretty confident that we will be, and so I better not say that we will be just in case. But anyways, yeah, so that's kind of a thing. But if all goes according to plan, then we'll be getting into chunk loading at some time in the future. So yeah, so if you want to find out more about that, then come back in the future, I guess. Although by the time you get to the future, it'll be the present rather than the future. So anyways, whatever. That just, yeah. Anyways, so that's kind of thing. So this has actually been a full episode of looking for iron, and we actually found quite a lot. Let's just check how much. I'm just gonna, actually, let's do that next episode. So next episode, I'm gonna make an iron pickaxe and mine these diamonds and the whatever that was, aluminum. Mine the aluminum. Mine the diamonds and the aluminum, make an iron pickaxe. I'm going to actually count up the iron that we have, which I think I can actually do right now. We have 10 there, and we have, I can't see it from here. There's the iron. 13, so we have 23 iron so far. And we need 30, so we're actually doing pretty well. So yeah, so next time we're going to continue going along on our way to accomplish that. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video, and come back next time if you're interested in seeing more, if you like this for whatever reason. And if you want to subscribe, that would be great, because then that means that you can see notifications whenever I upload a new video, or not notifications, but well, if you want to turn on notifications, you can do that, but it will show up in your subscriptions feed on YouTube if you want to subscribe, so that every time I upload a new video, it'll show up for you. But Most of you probably know that already anyways, so I don't even need to explain that. But anyways, yeah, so hope you enjoyed the video, and I can actually put things on screen now. So as long as I remember, they will be on screen, probably over to the left somewhere. There will be, unless it'll be to the right, I think it'll be to the left. there will be a link to the Thinking Pack playlist, so if you're interested in learning more about the, well, maybe not learning more, well, I guess learning more, but if you're interested in watching more about the Thinking Pack, then there's the playlist will be on the left of the screen probably. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video, and come back next time if you want to see more, and see you later. Bye-bye!